Good morning, everybody. Glad to have you here. If you want to follow along, we're going to start in the book of Jonah this morning. We introduced the book yesterday and talked some about it, its authorship, those kinds of things. And today we'll actually start into the text. Jonah chapter 1 opens with these words, just boom, drops them on. Now the word of the Lord came to Jonah the son of Amittai, saying, Arise, go to Nineveh, the great city, and call out against it, for their evil has come up before me. Jonah opens up with God reaching down and coming to visit here a group of prophets. There were several prophets at that time that were in that same era, that same time frame that were prophesying, were speaking for God. Jonah, Amos, Hosea were all in the northern kingdom of Israel, and there they were prophesying and speaking on behalf of God. And so God speaks specifically to one of them by the name of Jonah and tells him that he needs to go to Nineveh, that he has a task for him to do in Nineveh. Again, very clear, direct statement. Where to go, what to do, why you're going. I want you to go to Nineveh. I want you to call out against it because of their evil. Here's where you go, here's what you do, and here's why you're doing it. Very clear words to Jonah that he had a task to do, that he was being sent on a mission by God. Now, it's important, I think, to notice here that as we start into this book, that Jonah was already a prophet. Jonah was already a servant of God. He was already a mouthpiece. He was already a proclaimer, a prophet, a preacher of God. But now he gets this new assignment. He was fine with being a prophet to the nation of Israel, but now he gets a new job. He gets sent on to a new field. Don't know how long exactly he'd been proclaiming, prophesying to Israel, but at this point he is told go somewhere differently. And so he gets these new directions. And again, Jonah was in a time when Israel was a very strong nation. They had a great military, and he was in that time of Israel's life. And so, in his mind, maybe the great, strong, mighty army of Israel should just go down and wipe out Nineveh. Since they're evil, instead of me going and preaching to them, Lord, why don't we just let the army go destroy them? And so God calls him, though, and tells him, you need to go and preach repentance. You need to go and call out against them because of their evil. And so he is sent on this mission to proclaim the word. And again, this would have been a challenging assignment. Nineveh was a large city, had over 120,000 people, we learned later in the book. And again, it took Jonah 3 days to walk across the city. So we know it was a large city. It was a very populated city. And it was a big task. And again, it's God may not always do something similar, but it is. I think the general idea here is an idea of God working in our life, that He has given every one of us this task. to go out and to proclaim the word of salvation. That we live in a world that I think you could say that their evil is coming up, and he needs men, women who will go out and call out against it. I heard somebody saying not long ago, we're talking about some of the men we've had, some of the people we've had in our past. We've had the Dr. Falwells and others who really stood up and called sin, who were kind of national mouthpieces that pointed out the error. Billy Graham, who were used by God to call out the sin of the nation, and that sadly we don't really seem to have that kind of prophet in our world today, and that we would pray that God would raise someone up like that. But in the meantime, I believe God's calling you and I to be that same type of prophet in our world, where we live, in our little corner of the world, that there's a lot of evil, and someone needs to call out against that evil. Someone needs to stand up for the truth. You know, we sing that old song, stand up for Jesus. We desperately need somebody. As God wanted Jonah to go to Nineveh and stand up, he's calling on his people today to go into the workplace and go into our neighborhoods, go into our communities, and sometimes even in our churches, and stand up for the truth of God. Call out against it because of their evil. Think about it today. Let's go out and call out against evil and stand up for what is right.